Over the last few days, social media feeds and major news networks have been saturated with grainy videos and claims of extraterrestrial life. The primary catalyst is the Department of War's new Pursue system. Launched on May 8, 2026, under a direct presidential mandate, it represents an unprecedented effort to declassify UAP records. The initial drop is massive, making 161 formerly classified files, videos, and images available for public download. While the public might expect a cinematic, high-definition reveal of a smoking gun, the reality is a messy, uncurated dump of raw federal data. Amidst these thousands of pages, our goal is to separate the blurry, explainable distractions from the true anomalies that appear to defy human technology. The first major category of the release includes viral military sensor videos captured in combat zones. This monochrome sensor footage shows a blurry, elongated object centered in the crosshairs. Because it's viewed through a low-resolution infrared lens, it lacks clear identifying features. Another video features a glowing target on a FLIR interface. The tracking data indicates a Mach 5+ velocity, but the shape remains an ambiguous, inverted teardrop. Skeptics point out that these erratic movements and the lack of visible wings match the flight characteristics of next-generation military drones currently in testing. While these sensor videos generate millions of views, their ambiguity makes them scientifically thin evidence. However, the data dump also contains historical files and witness reports that are much harder to explain away as simple drone testing. These top-secret FBI documents describe an investigation from September 2023. They record interviews with multiple witnesses at a secure government test site. The observers described a 200-foot metallic ellipsoid that materialized directly out of a bright flash of light. This craft reportedly hovered completely stationary, without any visible wings, rotors, or exhaust. Then it vanished instantaneously. A coordinated report from multiple trained observers describes a level of evidence that a blurry sensor dot simply cannot match. Some of the most exotic evidence in the PURS files comes from beyond the atmosphere, specifically from the archives of the Apollo 17 mission. In newly released transcripts, astronauts report observing jagged, angular, and brightly glowing metallic fragments tumbling right outside their spacecraft window. These sightings occurred hundreds of thousands of miles away from any earthly drone, recorded by the most highly vetted observers in history. This raw data is now being examined by national security experts and astrophysicists. Scientists like Dr. Avi Loeb treat these files as hard scientific data, moving the topic away from speculation and into the realm of peer-reviewed research. The emerging consensus is that the objects documented in this signal category appear to vastly outperform the known inventory of the U.S. military. The most significant development hidden inside the Pursue release is the U.S. government's official admission of total ignorance. The Department of War's directive explicitly categorizes all 161 released cases as unresolved, meaning the government cannot identify what its own pilots and sensors recorded. This indicates a massive, unprecedented bureaucratic shift. Instead of classifying these encounters, the government is now actively crowdsourcing intelligence. The directive includes a direct request for the private sector and the civilian scientific community to analyze the raw data that the military simply cannot understand. This release reframes the UAP phenomenon as a legitimate, open-source astrophysics problem, moving it from classified military networks to the public scientific community. By publishing these 161 unresolved cases and requesting outside help, the government has transitioned from gatekeeper to collaborator. The responsibility to decode these anomalies now rests with anyone willing to